What's up guys, Scotty here from a Blue Coconut family and welcome back to another Cities Skylines tutorial. Today we're going to be starting a little mini series into cargo and I'm going to be doing individual parts of this, so make sure you are subscribed to get all those parts of the series. So today we're going to be starting our look at the cargo train. Now a cargo train is very useful and is very helpful indeed and helps minimise trucks and traffic on your roads. So cargo trains, they'll move your goods around your city much more efficiently than any cargo truck. And they will also, if a cargo terminal is connected to another cargo terminal, then it will actually transport the goods between those cargo terminals by rail rather than by road. And so you can get your goods across the city a lot more efficient, a lot more faster than if you had them being trucked across. So I'll show you exactly what I mean by that. And yeah, very helpful. So you know my tutorial city by now. If you don't, go back and look at all my tutorials as I've slowly built it up by showing you more and more things. So I've got my industrial areas here. Now it does have one cargo terminal here, which works really nicely, but as you can see I've got loads of high traffic and stuff in there, and it is working really nicely. So we'll have a quick look at this one for an example for a moment. So as you can see, I have got my trucks all coming in, and they are coming in, and they come in to this side and the out is there, and that's the best way of knowing about it, is that it was always one in and one out. And it does say on the Wikipedia page for Cities Skylines that actually it is very useful to only have a single lane of traffic, because the other lanes are fairly useless, because it is only one lane which is going to turn into the cargo terminal. And if you have, it does say if you use a one-way road, then it does help, but I've kind of negated that by having this small little section here that stops them turning in from the opposite side of the road, so they can't turn across, so they must come down and filter in, so it's a little bit easier. But as you can see here, trucks come in, so these are trucks which are filled with goods from my industrial areas and also your other industry areas. They come into the cargo terminal, and then they will generate a train inside filled with that cargo. That cargo is either destined, here we go, the cargo is either destined for another cargo terminal or to an outside connection. So you can see here, this is connected to an outside rail link, and so it's exactly where it's going. So it's travelling outside, so it's going to an external connection, whereas this one which just left, this is heading to another cargo terminal. So you can see there the trains are then destined to their certain parts, and you can see we've also got trains coming in from other cargo terminals. So you can see there that they are already making life a little bit more efficient for the city, because we're basically reducing the amount of trucks that are on the road to those parts. Now you might say there's a lot of traffic here, and I would agree with you, there is a lot of traffic there, but one thing you've got to remember is all this traffic is only coming to here. This traffic isn't then traipsing through the city to get to the other cargo terminal. So we can see here we've got a cargo terminal coming in from our farming area, this first farming area, and we've got our other cargo terminal out here and here. So we've got cargo terminals in our main industry areas. Now they are all well and good, but we don't actually have any cargo areas closer to the city, nor do we have any cargo terminals out here. So let's build those, and I'll show you exactly how you build them. So I'm going to build one here for our forestry area, and also for our little bit of our kind of, potentially this will pull in from our ore areas, and I can build a road structure for that. So you can find them under your transport tab in the rail section, and you can find them here called cargo train terminal. Now these are constructed like this, so they're exactly the same as building another train terminal. You can see that it's got a rail there on the left hand side, and it has to be plopped next to a road. So we place that there, and we connect that to the main thing. So that is it. That's, you literally place it, as long as it's got water and as long as it's got electricity, then it will operate and it will be absolutely fine. So that is that. So that's all operational, and I'm just going to connect all this up to a country road, just so my ore areas can get to it as well. And then they should be happy. So you can see there trucks are already arriving to go into the terminal, so that now means that the trucks are less likely to travel by road to their destination, which means this should all slow down here. But one thing that's definitely worth noting is when a train comes in, you will have a lot of trucks coming out of your cargo terminal, and so it is something to bear in mind. So yeah, so other things you can think about is, as well as having them in your industry areas, you've got to have them fairly close to your main city. That's purely down to the fact that your trains will come into the city. They've got to get to your once they've made the goods and they've produced it into things that can be sold in the shops. They've got to be transported to your commercial areas. So have one close by. I wouldn't suggest putting it inside your city because, of course, you have that high traffic demand inside your city, which you don't want to have. So I've got a couple external. So I've got this one, which would be great for external. So that's already there helping. So that has great connections to the city. But I've also got these ones in my industrial areas which have good connection. So they're pretty good. I've also got one over here just to show you in this little region. So that's the train cargo terminal. I hope that's helped. I know it's a lot of information for you of that, and it's really kind of like I really suggest you just go out, play with it. Things to watch out for though is when you're placing your rail tracks, careful to not make a loop, otherwise you'll find that your trains will grind to a halt and you'll get massive traffic jams, and then you'll eventually discover that actually having train jams is a lot worse than having normal rail jams. More than traffic jams, sorry. But yeah, if that's been useful for you guys, hit that like button, and if you like trains, hit that like button as well, because why not? And remember to subscribe, because I've got loads of these coming out in the future. You guys, know what to do. I've been Scully from the Blue Coconut family. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.